Why are we better than Amazon? Well, another reason is because we don't corrupt or ultimately constrict the supply of custom items to market. Here's a real scenario that happens with Amazon, and I'm not fabricating this. I've discussed this with other people. Amazon will have someone come in as a third party seller and list their products through the Amazon channel. Let's say you've got 100 items, and over a period of time, Amazon will have the data, meaning how many did you sell? They'll know what it is, how many you sold, who you sold it to, what the volume was of that, and where it came from. Amazon has in the past taken that data and has gone direct to the manufacturer and said, I want to buy a truckload of these. The manufacturer says, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm in. Amazon then says, yeah, but you know what? We're going to be exclusive. Okay, the manufacturer says, well, I've got my chain of distribution that I've been working with for decades, but now here comes, Amazon and wants to buy a truckload. Okay. Some manufacturers say, I'm in. Little guy A from Acme Company calls to send his order for 10 units, and the manufacturer says, I'm sorry, I can't sell to you. Why is that? Well, I've made a deal with Amazon. Little guy has his business significantly interrupted, maybe a little bit, or maybe all the way to the opposite end of the spectrum where this person has developed something quite unique, put the time and engineering into making something work. Maybe there was an application, let's say, for a hospital or a nuclear power plant, or maybe some very specialized need for a confluence of different pieces of hardware that this person figured out to do. Now, Amazon has, at this point, the data, the volume, who you've sold it to, where you bought it from, and all those parts that go into it, probably. You can no longer buy it, therefore you can't sell it. Amazon dominates because they've called up and said, I want to buy a truckload of these. What then happens is Amazon realizes eventually there's no sales history to justify a truckload. Manufacturer calls up Amazon and says, where's your monthly order? Well, I've still got half of the last order sitting here, and I've got 10% of the prior order before that still sitting here. Now the manufacturer realizes, oh gosh, I've destroyed my distribution network of people who sell it based on real world conditions of what is actually needed to produce into the market. People who are trained, educated, knowledgeable, and make a living supporting it, which Amazon does not and cannot do. And as a result of all this, the little guy's gone out of business, or he's had to go elsewhere. His ability to continue the approach of service as the cornerstone of what they supply is hampered by the fact that Amazon comes in and says, give me a truckload of these. I've had manufacturers of mine that I purchase material from that have said, boy, Amazon's our biggest customer. Now, there are instances when that's going to work, and little guys like me who possess an intimate working knowledge of the material and who have generations of family behind them who have done it as well, will say, I understand, if you're buying a widget that you buy these all the time. If you're buying laundry detergent or getting a haircut or going to eat and buy food, that makes sense. The human experience requires daily, weekly, monthly supply of this material. So there's historical data that says this is what I need. However, when you're getting into specialized products, which are our cornerstone, supporting that with the knowledge, investing into the infrastructure so that we as a company can service your more technical needs, Amazon doesn't belong there at all. Short-sightedness on their part puts them in a position where they feel, now that they dominate the arena of that specialty item, what happens next? And this is proven. Those prices now go way up when you're buying it from Amazon when there's no one else to buy it from. That might be a bit drastic of a total scenario, but I promise you that what I've just outlined is a real-world scenario that has happened, and I'm sure is currently happening, is going to and is going to continue to happen. Because what does the little guy look at when Amazon approaches them and says, gosh, upload all your inventory to our website? His eyes just see dollar signs. Oh my gosh, Amazon, responsible for 50% of all e-commerce, wants my product? Wow, I've arrived, I'm a success. That's the short-term thinking. That's the short-term thinking. And there are people, Amazon, that are smart enough to see this coming. I'm not among them, but I was smart enough to realize that if it looks like a fish and smells like a fish, it's probably not a rose. Okay? That's why we're better than Amazon. We're not out to corrupt the marketplace and ultimately disrupt the flow of material that the specialized market requires. Thank you.